Hello everyone, I wanted to show you how to fix the issue where sometimes when you first are setting up a fan, you may realize the pivot point on your actual fan rotator is off, and you'll see something like this where it starts to rotate and you can see it's clearly not in the same axis. It starts to move horizontally, vertically, but not in the right way that you want it to. So if you want to fix this first thing, without going to Blender or another external software, we can do it inside Unreal Engine. If we get this plugin, Modeling Tools Editor Mode. Once you have that downloaded, you'll need to restart the engine. That's fine. First thing we want to do, we want to get the mesh that is controlling, or that is moving. So it'll be these two meshes for me for this exact model. So it'll be wing con low, fan wing low. So we'll go into the meshes. Again, this is, well, I haven't said it, but this is a mesh that I got from Sketchfab. Let me check one more time. Wing con low, fan wing. Wing con. So this would be the process. You drag it in. Obviously, it'll be extremely slow or extremely small. Fan wing. I think it's just fan wing low. It is just fan wing low. So I'll show you guys how to adjust this. So firstly, you want to make this bigger. Obviously, we made it the scale way bigger in the actual blueprint. Let's make it bigger so we can see it. Oh, let's make it like 5. Same thing with this one. Let's just make it 5. This won't actually do anything with the actual fan itself. This is just so we can adjust the pivot point. You can see it's right here almost behind the mesh, which is not what we want when we're dealing with something that's rotating, because we want it to rotate exactly on the actual mesh. Let's do this one first. We'll go pull it over here just so we have our space. We'll go up to here. Once we have downloaded that plugin, we'll go to modeling. Scroll down, we'll find pivot. Once you find pivot, the main thing we want to do is get this little box to the center of these 4 things, or whatever yours looks like. It's just the center of the rotating fan blades. Turn it up. Sometimes I realize that you can see if you have snapping on, sometimes it makes it harder. You want to put it to like this center, horizontally as well. You want to do it on both axes. Just make it as center as possible between those, because that's where typically the pivot point would be. We'll accept that. That looks pretty good. Now we want to do this as well. So let's click on this. Let's go back to pivot. Same exact thing. We want to make it the center. So we'll do that. Sometimes I also see that camera speed does help if you can make it a little bit slower. It's easier to get more precise translations and to find the exact spot. Culling also does happen at the camera, but you just move away. That seems like it's pretty center, maybe a little high. It's really just trial and error. You can do this as many times as you want. After, just press save. You can see that looks a little low. So what I'll do is I'll go again. Up a little higher. Accept. That looks pretty good. So now, with those both in place, save. And make sure you save all. Go back to select. So we have both of those done. So we can eliminate them from the scene now. You can go back in here though. If you look at the actual blueprint, you can see since you changed the pivot point, they're not in the same location you want them to be. Excuse me. So now you can see we have them both still highlighted. We'll move them to where we want them to be. So you can see it kind of goes on that little axle thing right there. So let's go up with it and find the exact spot where it goes. So it goes about there, but to the right a little bit. And obviously you guys can make this more precise, but just for the tutorial's sake, I'll save and compile. And you can see now, if I run it, it'll go in the same exact location. Obviously, you might want to put it up or right or however you may want to do it, but that's how you would fix this problem where it rotates, but it doesn't stay in line horizontally and vertically, making it look good. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps you out.